welcome back to the channel. Today's topic, I'm giving you 3 reasons why it's really important to stay connected to your spiritual practice at this day and age. Whenever this falls on your For You page or whatever, clearly this message is for you. It's a nice little reminder that, you know, those in the great beyond need you to hear. So I want to start off by saying reason number 1, I'm just hopping right into it because this needs to be said. Your spiritual practice isn't just like something you have to do, right? Nobody ever said you have to sit down and do your yoga. You have to sit down and meditate, right? It's your free will to make that choice of what you want to do, how you want to structure your day, your routine, your life. It's important that you do, though, that you do incorporate some kind of time for whatever your practice is. Maybe it's like candle magic. Maybe it's just taking 3 deep breaths in the morning. Maybe, you know, whatever it looks like for you. However you want to define what your spiritual practice is and looks like or incorporates, allow yourself the space, give yourself the space to do it. Because in today's day and age, right, you know, there's so much going on, not just in our daily lives, not in just the lives of our communities, on a global scale. Like, there's a lot happening. There's a lot that we are absorbing at any given moment, especially, you know, things are just becoming more and more connected, right? It's an opportunity for you to center yourself, because your practice gives you the space to reconnect to you, your being, your life. You know, it gives you the chance to tune everything else out for just a second and tune back into you and what's important to you, what's going on in your life. And I'm sure that many will resonate when I say this is, you know, when you look at the news or social media or anything outside of yourself, you place your focus on that. Oh, this person is getting what I want already. I feel behind. Or, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is happening in this part of the world, and so forth. And when you give yourself a chance to just quiet your mind and come back to you. For example, maybe I don't meditate every single day, but I do try to incorporate some kind of spiritual self-care every single day. Either I will journal one day or meditate a couple mornings in a row, or I'll do some yoga in the evening to wind down. So, you know, it doesn't have to be consistently the same thing. I mean, it just depends on what you want, who you are. For me, like, it's really hard to wake up and do the same consistent meditation every single day. I like to switch it up. I mean, do what works for you, because that's really what it's all about. It's not about me telling you you can only do it one cookie cutter way. That's not true. But you got to do it for the way that works for you. So, yeah, center yourself, because when you get swayed by everything that's going on around you, it's a lot. It's a lot for your body to handle. It's a lot for your mind and your heart to handle. And it's draining. Like, I don't know about you, but like, it is so draining for me to keep up with everything that's going on around me. And don't feel guilty for needing to just give yourself the space to shut it off and focus on you. You know, that's not a terrible thing to do, to take care of yourself and be like, you know, I have the opportunity to give myself the space for some peace. I'm going to take it. If you have it, take it, you know? Look at him. He's so cute. We're matching in our poofy jackets because it's so cold out here. But we're doing it for the YouTubes. But also because I feel like I actually need to share this message, so. All right, reason 2. Tuning in to your spiritual practice You sit down to connect with your practice, more often than not, you're going to receive some kind of, whether it be wisdom, or as the kids like to say, download, or, a different take on maybe a situation, maybe a problem, maybe, a feeling, maybe how you feel about something. It's all about getting a different perspective on it because, every time I work with spirit, every time, they always remind me that we take life so seriously here on earth. And yeah, life is a real life. This is the real deal. This is reality. Why wouldn't we take it seriously? We're the ones living it. But at the same time, you can't take life too seriously. And by that I mean, if you are struggling so hard with something like trying to advance in your career and you start blaming yourself for all your issues of why you're not successful and all this and all that, maybe you're losing the big picture of whatever's going on in your life. And I mean, it's really going to depend on whatever your circumstances. But sometimes, again, more often than not, you'll sit down, reconnect with yourself, and you'll feel better because you'll realize, like, what? Maybe this is what's actually going on, and it's teaching me how to be flexible or how to pivot. The big picture is important to come back to because at the end of the day, that's what's going to draw you out of whatever your human troubles are, because that's what we are all here experiencing, our human troubles, our human emotions. But at the end of the day, you got to remember the big picture. Like, a really great quote I really love is from Prince of Egypt, from the song, I don't remember the song anymore, but basically it's where they're having like a giant ceremony, and the lyric goes, "A single thread in the tapestry, though its color brightly shines, can never see its purpose in the cotton of the grand design." And that's a really great quote because, you might be going through something, whatever it is, maybe feeling down on yourself, maybe not seeing where it's going to end up. And, it can be a hard experience to move through. And you can start to be like, why me? And throw yourself a pity party, right? Or doubt yourself, or start talking down on yourself, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, if you need a reminder of what you're here for, why you're here, why you're doing what you're doing, why things are happening the way they are, you got to reconnect to your practice and give yourself the space to receive that answer. To receive, what is the purpose of you in this grand design, in this very chaotic world, but that's also filled with a lot of grand beauty. So that leads me to my next point, which is connecting to your spiritual practice should also be a fun thing because you can connect to it. Let's say, for instance, you do a lot of meditation or you do a lot of yoga or healing. A lot of us are very, very well versed in this healing path. And if you're new here, welcome. This is what we're here for. Leave a comment down below if you're just starting this journey. But, your spiritual practice is going to be, a serious thing some days. Some days it's going to be very heavy, getting you to heal, shadows and traumas and, unpleasant life situations that you may have experienced recently or in your past. But at the end of the day, you gotta have fun with it. I think a lot of people do tend to take their practice very seriously because it's a very sacred thing, and typically when people treat things sacred, they treat them very, very seriously. I'm just gonna use the word. They're very serious about it. And you know what? Like, you gotta make it fun. You don't have to sit down and meditate and treat this like you're literally in a temple, and you can't eat for 3 days. Like, unless you are doing that, that's different. But if you're at home, you know, give yourself a little bit. You're at home, okay? Treat yourself. Make it fun. Make it comfortable. You know, if you're dreading having to sit down and do your daily yoga practice, or if you're dreading, or you just don't feel like you want to pull cards for yourself anymore, or whatever it is, then don't do that. Switch it up. You know, maybe you want to just say a little prayer over your morning coffee or your morning tea. That's it. As long as you just put that intention of like, I'm just gonna make this little moment a ritual for today, and just start with that, then that's really all you need. It's just imbibing these little moments with intention. And, you know, if you want to make it lengthier, you can make it lengthier. If you want to make it shorter, you know. The important thing is you remember to do it, and you stay as committed to it as you possibly can. The more the better, obviously, and you'll honestly surprise yourself with the kind of magic that you'll receive the more consistently that you can keep up with it. Because consistency is rewarded. That's a big, big lesson that I've learned. All right, so what a view. That's so pretty. All right, anyways, this was a pretty short video, mostly just to serve as a reminder for a lot of us that, hey, you know, stick with it. Give yourself the space and time to tune into yourself, to give yourself whatever it is that you need. We all need different things. Some of us need more inspiration. Some of us need to release some stuff right now. Some of us need to plant seeds and start manifesting bigger things this year. Like, there's a lot of different needs out there. And, you know, if you give yourself a moment to sit down and breathe, you'll start to center yourself to focus on what you actually need right now at this moment, the next step moving forward. Because I know there's a lot of different things that, I mean, especially like me personally, I have so much that I want to do, so much on my plate, I just don't even know where to start. I'm like that one like Nicki Minaj song that goes like dun 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 dun, and I'm like, I don't know what to focus on. Just sit down and breathe and ask, what should I focus on right now? Your guides are going to help. Your ancestors, your family and spirit, whoever, like the universe, they're going to respond and be like, focus on this right now. If you need the help to make a decision with what needs to be worked on right now, here you go. You don't have to figure it all out on your own, which many of us try to do. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. I'm gonna try and do more talking videos from here on out. I have so many cool stories I want to share that for some reason I never really felt called to share before, but now I'm like, ooh, okay, I want to talk about, you know, like the different like plants I've used to heal, and the different deities that I've connected with, and all, you know, magical experiences and all that. So if you have any ideas or interests that you'd like me to talk about in future videos, pop a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.